Hello, in this video I want to talk about manipulation tactics. Everything you have ever said and done will be twisted and used against you. I have a question for you. So you've experienced their behaviour and you have seen what they have done to other people, what they've done to you. So why are you now going to trust them? Hello, my name is Elizabeth Goddard from the Divorce Sanctuary, and on this channel I talk about healing from emotional abuse and divorcing from both emotionally and physically. If you're new to the channel, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you're returning, welcome back and thank you so much to all my new subscribers over the last couple of weeks. It's been amazing. Thank you for your support. So everything that you have said and done will be twisted and used against you. You've seen and you've experienced their behaviour. You've experienced what they've done to you, and you've also seen what they've done to other people. And yet they turn up during the divorce process wanting you to trust them. It is so common. They're so nice. And you find yourself back with the gentle person that you first met, or that person they play during that idealisation stage. And because perhaps you're still caught in that trauma bond, you feel safe and you believe that they are being nice, they are that nice character who wouldn't hurt you, who wouldn't manipulate you, who wouldn't steal from you. So you will need a piece of paper and a pen for this video. The fairy tale is over and you are now faced with divorce. And you might have instructed a solicitor, which isn't really what they want you to do. Everything you have said and done is going to be twisted and used against you. And gaslighting is a covert way of distorting another person's perception of reality, making them question their sanity and their memory. You may believe you can't trust yourself. You might start to believe their version of events. Slowly, they began to take over your life. Gaslighting or cognitive dissonance is a very unique experience for each individual. They'll tell you things like you're crazy or you're paranoid when you start to question them. It is used to gain power and control over you. They use it to convince you that they're right and you're wrong. Your perception of what happened was wrong. Gaslighting was used to manipulate you and to trauma bond you. You believe they're looking after you when in fact they were abusing you. And then they erase the abuse that took place by playing the victim and turning everything around to be your fault and telling you that their behaviour is a direct result of the way that they were being treated. They change or fabricate conversations or events that never happened. When you enter the divorce process, you should be doing what they want and dancing to their tune. And they'll be telling you you don't need a solicitor and that they will look after you. Remember, everything you've said and done will be twisted and used against you. Or everything they have done will be twisted and it is now what you have done to them. They work so very hard at the beginning of the relationship, understanding and learning everything about you. And they're not going to waste that information now. They're so convincing. You believe they really care about you. This is to manipulate you further and to manipulate the process. So here you are now, and they're trying to get you to doubt if you've done the right thing. Or it might be really early on in the process and you're trying to decide whether you need who to appoint as a solicitor. And if you're doing your research and looking for the best fit for you, you might hear them trying to dissuade you, trying to convince you that you don't need representation and that you really can trust them. But I want you to recall what they have done to you in the past. And remember, gaslighting is designed to drive you crazy, to disturb the pain function so that you can't think straight and you start questioning your sanity. I want you to remember all the people you saw them abandon during your relationship. And I want you to remember all the people they deserted when they didn't like what they said to them or what they did, as they weren't in control and they didn't want to hear the truth. And I want you to remember why you were in this position. They want everyone to believe you're crazy, untrustworthy, a cheat, manipulative, and the list is endless. and they will not hesitate to slander you. They will even create versions of events that never happened. They are the consummate actor, playing the role so very well. And in fact, you might even start to question if they are telling the truth. Everything you have said and done will be twisted and used against you, and you will be left firefighting, trying to defend yourself. Don't. Their representation will either have been sucked into their vortex and will listen to the stories and believe them. And they might even recognise this as manipulative behaviour. However, they are being paid to get the best deal for their client, and they are being paid by them. Stop right there. This is a game. Everything you've said and done will be twisted and used against you. Their solicitor won't care if it's true or not. Some actively will encourage this storytelling. But the good news is you can protect yourself. And this is where you'll need a pen and a piece of paper, because I want you to write this down. It's really, really vitally important. In big letters, I want you to write, they didn't tell me the truth in the relationship. Why are they telling me the truth now? Underneath it, I didn't trust them during the relationship. Why am I trusting them now? And the third thing I would like you to do is think of a situation where they treated you really badly. It might be they created jealousy or they lied to you. Write that down. What happened? Give it a title. Write down the date. It could be just the month and the year that you remember. They might have stolen money and blamed it on someone else. They might have lied to you. You might have found them cheating. The more specific you can be, the better. And over the top, write, I am in this position because of you. I don't know how that you're filing your information or your paperwork. It could be on the computer or it could be in a physical file. I want you to write that on as the title. I am in this position because of you. And every time you get a letter from the solicitor or an email, either state out loud, I'm in this position because of you, before you open it, or write it on the envelope physically. I'm in this position because of you, knowing that the information inside could be toxic. And you can counteract this toxicity with some inspiring quotes, reminding you of how empowering you are and how far you have come in this process. Keep reminding yourself. And what you're doing is damage limitation. They can't hurt you anymore. Keep reminding yourself they are not doing anything to help you, that you yourself is the only important person in this process. Remember, you haven't lived up to the version that they created in their heads. And now they believe you're not fit for purpose. And this is the reason that you were discarded. But the divorce process is something that they have to go through. It's a box that needs ticking. However, it does hold some level of supply for them. And there is a level of supply that can be extracted out of you. They will be making sure that anything they have will be protected from you, as you're no longer of use to them. They don't want you to get a solicitor or representation, because that person will be working with your best interests in mind, not theirs. They will question you and your relationship with them. And you might hear them say things like, who's telling you this information? Making you doubt your choice and if this solicitor or the representation really does know what's going on or what they're doing. Put post-it notes or messages around you reminding yourself how important you are. And keep reminding yourself that you couldn't trust them before. So why are you suddenly listening to them? Why are they suddenly trustworthy? And then make a list of 10 things that you would trust them with. Would you trust them with your children? Would you trust them with a pet? Would you trust them with your best friends? Once you've done that, you can then respond to any correspondence. This is about staying grounded. Learn some breathing techniques that will help you. So when you start to go into overwhelm or you experience these flashbacks, you can stay in your body and calm your nervous system down. Everything they do has a purpose. You might not need any of these techniques, but just make sure you're prepared. They will want to trigger you. Remember, they are the victim. And before you respond, take a deep breath Drop your focus into your body and into your heart. Trust your intuition. Remember, respond, don't react. I hope you found this video helpful. If you'd like to find out more ways of working with me, you can visit my website. I'll put the link below. I'll also put the links below to both my books, Finding Lily and The A to Z of Emotional Abuse. And I've got 2 free workbooks. One's on self-care and the other one is on preparing for the divorce process and the negotiation and understanding what you really, really want out of this. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And I'm sending you loads and loads and loads of love.